Of course, there are so many attractions. In this guide, I'm going to talk only about, the most unique. And in Catania, there are two of them. First one is this one, the Basilica of San Niccolò l'Arena. Why is it unique? Can you check the facade? And the columns are only half completed. This church was built in 1683, just after the big earthquake here in Catania. The thing is, they didn't have enough money to complete it. And also from an engineering point of view, probably was not the most sound constructions, so they decided to leave it as it is. It reminds me a lot of many of the infrastructure that I have seen and experienced in Italy, started but never completed. Beside the unique facade of this basilica, there is an amazing view from the top. There are a ton of steps to go up, I think over 100, 150. But certainly the view is going to pay you back from the Etna volcano to the center, to the Duomo, to the sea. But let's continue with this overview of the most surprising and unique places of Sicily. I'm sure one of the reasons pushed you to actually visit Sicily was to visit all of these baroque style towns like Noto, like Modica or Ragusa, or Syracuse is the other one. Now I'll give you a little secret, you should visit the town of Sicily. Absolutely stunning, incredible baroque style churches, and it's also the main set of the serial of the Commissario Montalbano. What you see here on my back is actually the police station where you can visit and see how it is. Another of the hidden gems you should include in your trip in Sicily is the Saline dello Stagnone. This is a salt pan between Marsala and Trapani. Absolutely stunning. Definitely the spot to be for the aperitivo, just before dinner. And you can have dinner as well, of course. But this is quite famous with the locals, but not as famous with the tourists. Of course, Syracuse has so many places to visit. I'm thinking here of Ortigia Island, the catacombs, the ecological area, the Duomo, of course. But then there is a surprising spot that I haven't planned actually to visit, but I saw it from outside the city. It stands out for how tall it is. And this is the sanctuary of Madonna delle Lacrime. Lacrime means eye drop. And the story here is that it was built in the 50s following an icon of a Virgin Mary that had natural eye drops for 2 days. And the shape as well is the one of an eye drop that comes down and it splashes out. Absolutely beautiful design. I highly suggest a visit. It takes only 10 minutes, close to the center of Syracuse, between the catacombs and the archaeological area. With another little gem of Sicily, which is Eraclea. Very similar to Scala dei Turchi, the Turk step, but there's nobody around here and it's mid-September. I was just 1 hour ago in the Scala dei Turchi and it was absolutely packed with buses going back and forward and so on and so forth. Must be said, it's not as stunning as the Scala dei Turchi, but it's absolutely beautiful. And it's a combination of being so wild, so open, just a few locals, that makes this place absolutely unique. There are two beaches, the east side, the west side. From the west side, which is a nudist beach, you can walk on top of a rock formation, something you can't do anymore on the Scala dei Turchi. I am sure you added already Palermo to your itinerary of Sicily. Now, when you are in Palermo, you must visit the catacombs if you're after a unique experience. The catacombs of the Cappuccini. That's where you will see over 8,000 mummies of people, priests, and also the locals here, where they could afford to stay in the catacombs back in the days. It's about 500 years old, but there are mummies dating back to the 14th century. And the mummies are right in front of you. It looks like being in a film set. It's really unique. Now, I can't put any video of the catacombs because otherwise I would have to rate this video over 18. It's a bit more complicated. But if you want to see some of the photos, you can go to my post. I'm gonna put a link. By the way, if you come with kids, probably it's a good idea to show the photos of this catacomb before coming down here, because it can be a little bit creepy. So if you made it as far as Taormina, probably the most popular place here in Sicily, you want to discover this little garden where you can see the foundation of the old Taormina, which was destroyed in the biggest probably of the earthquake here in Sicily in 1692. It takes only 5 minutes for the visit, not much, but it's really unique place to see. Another amazing, unique thing to do in Catania is to have dinner at Ostello. You know why? Because if you go underground, actually there is a river. You will see in 2 seconds. I'll take you there. Yes, indeed, it's a small source of water. The unique thing here is also that the water is going not the direction of the sea. And you know what? Difficult to find a place like that to have actually dinner. So I met yesterday a guy and they said, well, if you are around Syracuse, you should make it to the Laghetti of Cavagrande, to the small lakes of Cavagrande. Cavagrande is like a gorge, you know, it's about probably 20-30 km from Noto, Avola, Syracuse. The road to come here was not a simple one, but this doesn't mean it was not nice. In fact, it was absolutely gorgeous. He went through really the back roads of Sicily. I loved it, especially because I didn't drive. And now we're going down to the Laghetti, to the small lakes, and see how it is. Certainly, the Zingari Reserve, la riserva dello Zingaro, is not anymore a hidden secret of Sicily. This is a beautiful gem, nevertheless. It's an amazing walk along the coast, 10K, located between Palermo, Trapani and San Vito lo Capo. It's probably one of the most beautiful walks in Sicily, if not the most beautiful walk of Sicily, because of the vegetation is changing so much from meter to meter, and then you have a ton of coves, little coves, where you can have a swim and refresh a little bit. Absolutely fantastic. It's getting more and more popular, so if you decide to come here in July and August, try to make it early in the morning. While in this list of places I've talked about the Zingaro Reserve as a fantastic gem, but surely not an hidden secret. If you want to have a secret walk, only a few actually make it here, a few tourists at least, but you know, some locals of course. It's the walk along the Capo di Milazzo peninsula where you can reach from Milazzo. Milazzo now is famous because it's the port of departure to go to the Aeolian Island. The walk here into the peninsula is fantastic. It's a little gem, hidden secret for sure. And you can start the walk either from the last point where you can drive there, or if you walk back about 200 meters and then you go down the coast, you follow the coast, you go to the old Byzantine tower, a stunning place, and then you follow the coast through a path which only a few people made it there. Overall, fantastic walk. It's gonna finish to the bottom end of the peninsula where there is the Venus pool, so you can have a swim there in the pool, and you can go on the top as well of the peninsula where you can have a 360 degrees views of Sicily and the mainland Italy. Such an incredible place and easy to come, easy to enjoy, not many people around, definitely a gem of Sicily.